Hey, welcome to Dubtown. That's right, Williamstown, West Virginia. I am Macho Bob. This is my wingman tonight, Big Mike Shepard, state champion from Wirt County, and we're here tonight for a highly anticipated matchup between number 1 and number 2 in West Virginia Division II wrestling. That's number 1 Ripley invading number 2 Williamstown Yellowjackets. Mike, what do you think?
It's going to be exciting.
Well, and what we're looking at here, Mike, this could be a preview. This is 2 teams that have already qualified for the West Virginia State Duels Tournament later this year in Fayetteville at the fairgrounds, which we'll be there to call. But this is Lewisburg, I apologize. But this is a preview of what could be a finals matchup down there. Mike, Williamstown represents Region 1, and Ripley represents Region 4. Ripley was 6th in the state last year. Williamstown was 5th. We're going to settle it tonight and see here who's number 1 in the small school division.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. But as you know, duels and tournaments are different, the way it's scored and the way they turn out. But who wins tonight may not win that.
Absolutely. We experienced that when I was at South. We beat PHS in the duel and then lost in the state tournament. Next year, the same thing happened the opposite way. So here tonight, there are some potential ranked matchups here. You see a lot of highlighted names on my list of ranked wrestlers here. At 106, we're going to have number 2 and number 4. At 132, a potential 2-3 matchup. At 144, a potential 2-5 matchup. At 150, the man from Ripley, Carter Price, coming off a big Top Gun championship, a prestigious tournament in Ohio, where he took out a quality wrestler from Clovis, California, to bring home that title and the trophy for most outstanding wrestler. Mike, talk about some of the wrestlers you're looking forward to tonight. Have you seen the Junkins kid from Williamstown, 144, 9th grader?
I've seen him, but I haven't seen him competing the last few years.
I'll tell you what I've seen. I've seen the kid grow in the weight room from a 100-pounder, and now he is a fully filled out 144-pound wrestler. He's not a big into the cut and weight thing. He wrestles what he weighs. He's trying to get bigger. He is one to look forward to, as is Carter Price from Ripley at 150.
At 106, we have number 2 ranked Enoch Quisenberry from Ripley versus Nick Ellison from Williamstown, number 4. So there's a 2-4.
And 2 underclassmen there, Mike. So, that's a matchup. I think that's where we're going to start the night here at 106. You see the Ripley wrestlers out there getting loose. They made the trip up from Jackson County here to take on Williamstown in a rarity. Rarely do you see 1 and 2 teams meet, but we're going to get a chance tonight to see who reigns supreme.
At 132, we have number 2 ranked Cole Smith, a junior from Williamstown, versus Kendrick Durst, a sophomore from Ripley, number 3 seed.
All right, and Cole Smith, he's an import from Parkersburg South High School. He was a third-place finisher as a 9th grader at 113, and he was a third-place finisher last year for the Williamstown Yellowjackets. And we've got some big boys here. Cody Lawrence. We both know that name from back in the day. His father was quite the baseball player. You said you spent some time on the diamond with him. I called the game Ripley-Parkersburg, and Cody Lawrence is quite the football player, as was heavyweight Carter Neal for Ripley.
I believe Cody Lawrence was in the Doghouse Gym 4 or 5 years ago when he was a middle schooler.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I remember right.
He would not be a bad guy to recruit.
Then we have top-seeded or top-ranked 285-pounder Carter Neal from Ripley.
Yep, and he is a good-looking athlete. He's hard to miss out here. He looks like he's about 6'4".
Oh, he's more than that.
Yeah, he is a big lad. And we're going to step away here momentarily, take a little break, and we're going to come back and show you an interview. I sat down 1-on-2 with the head coach Tyler George and his brother, All-American Dalton George, the coaches at Williamstown High School, and we'll get to check out that interview and then We will be right back with you. You're watching High School Wrestling on CAS 45, brought to you by One Community Federal Credit Union.
Safe, comfortable, welcome. There really is no place like home. Membership in One Community Federal Credit Union feels like home. You're safe with online and mobile technologies that help you manage your finances. You can relax. Competitive savings and lending rates help you maximize your money. You're always welcome at 2 convenient locations staffed with people who know you. One Community Federal Credit Union. You're at home with us.
Do you hear it? Do you feel it? Love is in the air at Crown Decor and Gifts, and we are ready for you for Valentine's Day. Our Cupid consultants have all the perfect gifts just for you, for everybody on your Valentine's Day list, ranging from spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends, and even down to kids. So come and see us, and don't forget that a trip to the Crown Confectionery makes the perfect gift with our house-dipped apples and fudge. So welcome back to Cupid's happy place at Crown Decor and Gifts.
Hey, welcome back to the pre-match show. I am Macho Bob. I'm joined here with Williamstown head coach Tyler George, younger brother Dalton George. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
First things first, I want to tell you what I know about Williamstown. When I think about Williamstown, I think back to my days in the early 80s in youth wrestling when Williamstown was winning state titles. So, and then into the mid-80s, the Jimmy Sands, and then, of course, the Mike Masons, and, and then comes along the Dalton Georges. So, there's been some success here. Only 2 state titles. You guys are on the cusp. You're ranked second. You've got number 1 Ripley coming up this week. What would a state title mean to Williamstown High School nearly 43 years after their last state title?
Oh, I think it'd mean a lot. The coaching staff, the kids, like you said, it's been a while since wrestling at Williamstown has been in that contention. So even our good wrestlers throughout the years, it seems like it was more just kind of individual based at the time. This is kind of a new culture, new feeling for our team, so it's definitely exciting.
So, I think Dalton George, I think Tyler George, I think of very, very, very tough human beings. I believe you medically retired from wrestling because they wouldn't allow you to wear a helmet because you kept concussing yourself. So
pretty much.
Tell me where that George toughness comes from. I looked back and I seen a 145 state champion back in the day named Kevin George. Tell me what the George name means to you, and is that synonymous with what it means to me?
That's just, we didn't have any expectations or anything, but we've always just kind of grown up, tough-nosed, and, that's just kind of how we were, and we've kind of, like wrestlers should, put those into life. Whatever aspects we're going to do in life, we use that grinding towards that.
Absolutely. Consistency. Pass that mic off to Dalton if they want to talk to All-American Dalton George. And this is where I met Dalton George. I'm at the YMCA one day, and I thought, man, I'm in here. I'm in shape. I'm going really hard. I'm getting it. And then I turn around, and there's this absolute savage animal over here, dripping sweat, just doing weighted dips and pull-ups and hang cleans with 225. And I'm like, what in the world is this? I said, what's your name? What are you doing? He said, I'm a wrestler. And I was like, all right. And so tell me about that year at OVU. Basically at a grassroots university, Division II level, you basically had a wrestling mat and a kettlebell, and you had Pat Soul and Chris Daggett. Tell me a little bit about that year and how that developed you into the type of coach that you are.
Yeah. Had a few good years at OVU, and I definitely attribute that success to my coaches and the people that were around me. Pat Soul, head coach, really inspired me. He's the type of guy that he believes in any type of his wrestlers. He believes in them, maybe even if you don't believe in yourself. And at times in the sport of wrestling, you need that. Chris Daggett was a great mentor, and having Tyler as a GA while I was there after he had just graduated, that was pretty well the icing on the cake. So, it's something that you have to set your mind to and ultimately do yourself. But having a great support group around you was the key to that success. And I definitely attribute that success to those people that were around me.
Right. And speaking of coaches being a big part, the physical part of developing wrestlers, it looks to me like you two are suited up to go do some practice. You still get out there and bang heads with these kids, is that right?
Absolutely. I think, all of our coaching staff is under the age of, Tyler's the oldest, and I'd be 34 years old. 33. He'll be 34 this year. But, so our competitive advantage is that we can still wrestle with our guys. So if we have 6 coaches that are all young, we're going to get in there every day and mix it up and give those guys the feels that they need to try to get them to the level that they want to be and ultimately where they need to be.
Okay, and before we get into your lineup, I'm not real keen on Ripley or Williamstown's lineup this year. Let's talk a little bit about your coaching staff. Tell me about some of the guys you've got in the room helping you out. I think you've got some accolades in there. I seen the name Wyoming Seminary and Penn University, so it seems to be there's some knowledge and maybe some wrestling pedigree that you've brought in to help you out.
Absolutely. Tyler was a 4-time state placer, state finalist. Coach Tracewell was a 4-time state placer and a state finalist. Coach Hastings was a state champion my senior year in 2014. I was in the finals 4 times. Coach Jeremy Schwartz just came in. He moved from Pennsylvania down here, and he's a dentist in the area. He's had great success. He's a Super 32 placer, a Powerade finalist. Wrestled at a Wyoming Seminary, tough school in PA. His senior year, and even our middle school coach, Aaron Shetter. He wrestled at Ohio State for a few years back in the day. So there's tons of knowledge in the room, and we don't all try to be all-knowing. We work together, we collaborate on the knowledge, and make sure that we're all doing the exact same thing and working towards the same goal.
Right. Okay. Now, and looking towards the future, before we get into the lineup, we're going to break down your lineup a little bit. As you look towards the future, how do you go about building that foundation? That way your high school coaches, when your kids get to the 9th grade, they might not be fully developed physically, but the technical skills are there, the work ethic is there, and the grit and toughness is in place. What kind of pieces are you trying to look for there? Who's leading your youth in your middle school programs? I know you said Shetter Middle School, but what's up with the youth program?
Youth program, it's been rolling for a few years. They've been a great attribute, giving us kids constantly great numbers every year. Thomas Miller, Zach McCrae. I mean, there's a lot of guys that have a hand in it. Probably too many to name, but when we took this over, that was like step one. We got to have the help. You can't do this on your own. You got to have help. We've tried to consolidate to where it feels like we are one program from the bottom up. And then we had to go get the numbers. We took it over. I think right before we took it over, there were 6 kids on the team. So we realized, you got to fill the weights. Got to fill the weights. I don't care how much experience they have. We can work to that. And I think we're starting to hit that stride now where the youth is feeding us, the middle school's feeding us, and we're starting to inherit some stuff we can work with.
All right, let's backtrack 1 second. What year did you start here, Tyler?
This is my 6th year.
Sixth year.
Yes.
Okay, and you've got them on the cusp this year, ranked second, so you've got them going in the right direction. Let's talk about the current group. We have a full lineup, no forfeits top to bottom.
Yeah, no forfeits. We've got some backups. We got about 25 boys on the team, and I think 5 or 6 girls on the high school team as well. We're, got some log jams. We're a little heavy in certain spots with kids. Some weight classes were a little light, but with injuries, sickness, eligibility, whatever it is, it seems like it'll always happen in wrestling. That's where that next guy can come right in. Be ready to be plugged into the lineup at a given day. I think last week we had a kid, he had to cut like 4 or 5 pounds, 12 hours out. Found out, hey, this kid's out, you're going to be in. Can you do it? Yes, sir. And stepped right up and did it. So that's what we really like to see, the kids acting like a full team, not just selfishly trying to pick this and that, but willing to do whatever it takes to make the team good.
Right. We know about the young 9th grader Junkins. We know about Dutch Sandy, who is 10th grader. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So that's some good, solid youth right there. Talk a little bit about some other guys that we may not know their names.
See, we got Nick Ellison at 106 pounds, who's a sophomore, state qualifier last year. He's semi-new to wrestling, really only been doing it a handful of years, but really put in a lot of work this offseason and has turned almost 180-degree corner here, looking solid, only lost a couple matches this year. Another freshman we got is Landon Miller at 120 pounds. I think he's only lost 2 matches this year. Very competitive freshman. Wrestled his whole life, so looking forward to see what he can do. Who else we got?
Cole Smith, he's a junior, 132 pounds, 2-time returning third placer. You know, he brings that guy that's been around, that type of energy of a leader to the rooms for some of these young guys. You got great energy. You got a tough freshman, 138, and AJ Ayers. He's a little undersized for the weight class, but he's found his spot in the lineup, and the guy's really competitive. And obviously Jake Junkins at 144 pounds, just kind of putting on a show and putting a lot of these older guys on notice this year. You know, we've got a few other guys at 150, Dylan Pacella and Ethan Morrison, both tough wrestlers. And Wesley Freed at 157 pounds has really turned a corner this year. And he made the blood round last year, and he's really wanting to make sure that he gets his name on that wall and gets on the podium this year. So
I recognize that name, Cole Smith, from dirt bike riding, and that's one of the toughest things there is. It's you're wrestling a couple 100-pound machine out there. It's very similar in the way your body works in wrestling. And a question I got for you, Dalton. I know that you bang heads with young Jake Junkins in that room a little bit. What's that like? He's put together pretty good for a young man, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's extremely competitive, and he keeps me on my toes. I can't say that he's beat on me yet, but he does keep me on my toes, and we're just making sure to push him every day, and he needs someone like that. We have multiple guys. Another name that I forgot to add is Zach McCrae. He wrestled Division I as well, so he's another coach in the room and helping out. So it's great. I mean, that keeps me young and keeps me going. When I got guys that I can go in and scrap with every day, it keeps me fired up to keep getting better.
Right. Let's touch on Dutch Sandy one more time. He's a 10th grader, returning state champion. Won it at what weight class last year?
120 pounds.
And he's where this year?
126 pounds.
Okay, so he's up a weight class. So got a chance to be a 4-timer. Has Williamstown ever had a 4-timer?
No.
I don't think so. They had Mike Mason won a couple. You won 3.
Yep. We've had 5 3-timers.
Wow.
No 4-timers. It started with Danny Rao in the 80s, and he's on those team pictures there, and he was a 3-timer. And then it went to Mike Mason, and then it went to Ash Winmuth in the early 2000s, and then it went to Shane Smith, and then me. So
he was our first freshman to ever win it.
Yeah.
All right.
Dropped one the sophomore year in the finals.
Well, I always like to say that varsity wrestling starts at 140, but some guys don't agree with that. That's just a joke. But there's no doubting the pedigree, the past history of Williamstown High School, despite the only the 2 state championships. It appears to me that you guys have got them on the right path, and there's no wonder anyone would not want to come. I would want to come wrestle for the George brothers. Mm-hmm. So tell me your immediate plans. Do you plan on winning a state title this year? First of all, do you plan on beating Ripley tonight?
That's the goal. We bring them in. They dropped a AA, Division II, whatever you want to call it, last year. We had some grinds with them last year. They beat us in a dual close 1-point match to make the state dual championship. We beat them as a team at regionals, kind of back and forth action. And then earlier this year, we had a close one with them as well. Didn't have our full lineup, so we've kind of had a little bit of a rivalry starting with them, and that's kind of what we like. We want to have someone that we can compete with on a yearly basis. That's not only going to push us, but it's going to grow wrestling ultimately.
And I think that's a good rivalry. Jackson County, Wood County. There's the border war there. Mm-hmm. Have they decided the field for the West Virginia State duels at y'all's level this year?
Yeah, I believe so. I think all the qualifiers have finished up. Obviously, we qualified out of Region 1 with Oak Glen as well. Region 4 was Point Pleasant and Ripley. I believe Region 3 was Herbert Hoover and Independence. And I think Region 2 was Kaiser and Berkeley Springs, was it?
Yep.
Okay, so basically what we're about to see is a preview of something that could go down for the state duels championship.
Yes, definitely.
Could be a finals match for sure. Should be.
And to wrap this thing up, I just want to ask you guys one more question. Is anything short of hoisting that championship trophy down there in Huntington, is anything short of a championship going to satisfy you this year?
We try not to put too many expectations on the kids. Now the coaching staff, in our group, what we say and what we think, and have our own mindsets. But on the kids, we don't put too much pressure on them. A lot of them haven't been in this situation before. I think on paper we can do it. I think we have the ability. If we fall short, it's not going to be the end of the year. It's just going to give us something to work for even harder. Yes, we want it. Of course, who doesn't want that? But, time will tell. The cream will rise to the top, and we'll find out in February or in March.
Well, it seems like you've got the right pieces, and it's very clear that you've got the right leadership. I'd like to thank you for your time.
Oh,
thank you, Tyler George.
Thank you.
Thank you, All-American Dalton George. I'm Macho Bob. Thanks for joining us.
As we get older, we know that health isn't something we can take for granted. It's personal. It's vital. And when something's not right, we need a place and a team we can truly trust. Our vision is a healthier tomorrow for everyone in the Mid-Ohio Valley. When you walk through our doors, you're not just a patient, you're family, and we're here for your health, your hope, and your life. WVU Medicine Camden Clark, dedicated to excellent healthcare for generations to come.
This is Jim Staley. From my 44 years of handling car wreck cases, I know that many people don't carry enough auto insurance to protect themselves and their families. That's risky and can lead to financial disaster. You can't rely on the driver who caused the wreck to protect you. You must protect yourself. If you don't know if you are adequately insured, call your local agent or call me. I'll review your policy for free and share my thoughts and experience.
I'm in a good mood. I'm walking down the street. Don't need to be rude. I am with my bare feet. It's a lovely morning. I'm feeling blessed.
No matter what you do with your feet, keep them happy with the perfect floor from Honest Fred's Flooring.
Safe, comfortable, welcome. There really is no place like home. Membership in one community federal credit union feels like home. You're safe with online and mobile technologies that help you manage your finances. You can relax. Competitive savings and lending rates help you maximize your money. You're always welcome at 2 convenient locations staffed with people who know you. One community federal credit union. You're at home with us.
Turn your backyard into a summer retreat with Casey's All-American Pool Company. We build custom in-ground pools, spas, and hot tubs with quality craftsmanship and fast turnaround. Visit our Belpre, Ohio store to browse our large selection of pools, spas, and accessories. Trusted local service, custom designs, superior results. Casey's brings your backyard vision to life.
Make a Mia Pizza on Grand Central Avenue in Vienna is more than just delicious pizza. Stop by and try one of our delicious burgers. Singles, doubles, and triples. We have 7 different styles to choose from. Or how about a customizable pasta bowl? So many combinations you won't believe your eyes. Don't forget the calzones, incredible subs, wings, salads, and so much more. During January, get a 14-inch large double pepperoni pizza for only $9.99. Make a Mia Pizza in Vienna. Call or stop by today and be sure to follow us on Facebook for the latest deals.
At Extreme Plumbing and Drain Cleaning, we know when plumbing goes down, your business goes down too. That's why commercial clients count on us for fast response, expert repairs, and preventative maintenance that keeps operations running smoothly. From restaurants to retail, offices to warehouses, we handle it all. And yes, we're here for your home too. Clogged drains, leaks, water heaters, no job is too big or too small. Call us today, Extreme Plumbing and Drain Cleaning. We go to the extreme to take care of our customers' needs.
Do you hear it? Do you feel it? Love is in the air at Crown Decor and Gifts, and we are ready for you for Valentine's Day. Our Cupid consultants have all the perfect gifts just for you, for everybody on your Valentine's Day list, ranging from spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends, and even down to kids. So come and see us, and don't forget that a trip to the Crown Confectionery makes the perfect gift with our house-dipped apples and fudge. So welcome back to Cupid's happy place at Crown Decor and Gifts.
Hey, welcome back. I am Macho Bob Roberts, and we are in progress here with the Alumni Night here at Williamstown as we prepare for number 1 Ripley and number 2 Williamstown Yellowjackets. And they just said the name Jeff Givens. You hear the cheers from the crowd. Longtime coach here and a state champion back in the 80s for the Williamstown Yellowjackets. And as they go through this, the lineage of this program, Williamstown High School, maybe not a perennial power, but always a prideful program. They had a couple state titles back in the early 80s, 82 and 83, but they've always had great wrestlers, throughout the course of the program. Some of the greats I remember, Kevin George, he was the father of Tyler and Dalton George. He was a state champion at 145 pounds. Mike Mason, of course, was a 3-time state champion and one of the best to ever come out of the state of West Virginia. Went on to be an All-American, I believe a 3rd place NCAA Division I finisher. That was Mike Mason. Of course, we've got Tyler George, who was a great wrestler here at Williamstown, but the brother Dalton was a 3-time state champion. Boy, you heard the name Bill Mason. That's the father of Mike Mason. He was the very first state champion here at Williamstown High School. And, of course, his son Mike Mason, again, I touched on him earlier, an all-time great. But back to who I call All-American, Dalton George. He is one of, I can't see over there, I believe he's one of 2 Dutton Award winners here for Williamstown. Mike Mason in 93 and in 2014.
1982 and 1983 Coach of the Year. 7 regional team titles, 7 conference titles. Finished top 4 in the state, 17 out of 25 years coaching. He coached 37 individual state champions, 29 state runner-ups. He's 3rd all time for coaches in producing state champions. Let's give it up for Coach Bob Pickens.
And there you heard the name, one of the all-time greats here. Great coach, long-time coach, Bob Pickens. He's sitting here on the front row with us. There you get a good picture of Bob Pickens there. Great wrestling coach, great man, and a very important person in the lineage of this program, where Tyler George and Dalton George have these Williamstown Yellowjackets on the cusp of their first state title in over 40 years, Mike.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. 40 years is a long time. I can't believe I'm 49. I can't believe it's been 43 years since Williamstown won a state title. And the anticipation grows, the tension's thick in here as we await the Williamstown wrestlers.
I would like to go ahead and recognize a few more alumni who are currently on our high school.
Williamstown's always been hard to beat in every sport.
It's, it's a quality school. Like I said earlier before you got back on the air with me, Mike, I wouldn't exactly call them a perennial power. They don't have the 17, 15, 20 state titles like Parkersburg and Parkersburg South, but they always bring some quality competition and some good wrestlers. You see a big list of state champions up here. So there you see, take a good look at Coach Dalton George. Boy, he is all about it. He looks like he's ready to suit up or eat the mat or something. I don't know.
Dalton George.
I call him All-American Dalton George. I'm going to start calling him All-American Dutton George.
Yeah.
LKC finalist, 4-time state qualifier, 2-time regional champ, 2013 5th place in state, and a 2014 state champion, Coach David Hastings.
Again, there's another, what a quality coaching staff they've got over here, Mike. There's a little bit of stuff going on where kids transferring, going between schools. We've got it with Lars Cooper, who left Ripley for Parkersburg. Now he's back at Ripley. We've got Cole Smith, who came from South to Williamstown. We've got Jake Junkins, who everyone thought was going to be a Parkersburg South Patriot. He's out here at Williamstown. But how could you fault anyone for wanting to come and wrestle for these George brothers, because they're building quite the program out here.
Yeah, they are.
And I think it's important.
All right, at this time, we ask for your attention as we recognize a very special group of student athletes.
Okay, here we go with some senior night recognition.
Wrestlers who have given years of hard work, sacrifice, and heart to the Williamstown
Mike,
wrestling program.
Sacrifice and heart. You hear the PA man there behind us. That's what wrestling's about, isn't it? It is sacrifice and heart.
It is.
You know, every Thanksgiving, you got to watch everybody eat all that pie and all that turkey, but you got to cut a couple pounds, you know.
Yeah, and Christmas, same thing.
And the coaches don't seem to know how to use the air conditioner in the wrestling room. It's always hot. It's always sticky. It's always sweaty.
Sure is.
And you know, the thing with when I was wrestling is I had good practice partners. So when I was on my game, I passed out some beatings, but when I was off my game, my partners made sure to you know, get retribution, and
they always come in pairs, the good ones.
Career, Tyler has found success at multiple weight classes. 138 pounds as a freshman, 140.
We got Dalton George out here directing traffic on the mat. We've not got the best view of the seniors here.
3.8 GPA and plans to attend Ohio University, where he intends to major in business management information systems. One of Tyler's favorite memories.
And I do apologize for not recognizing these seniors along with the PA announcer, but I am not clear what I'm hearing up here.
Finishing 6th in the state.
I know wrestling. I know more about wrestling than I do
Tyler would like to say a special thank you to
about
academics.
There you go, Mike. I was waiting on that. That was a good one. I'm glad you brought that one with you. Yeah, I was not the academic all-star.
Please join us in congratulating Tyler Newland on an outstanding wrestling career. Next up is Annabelle Sandy.
All right. Well, while we go through the remainder of this recognizing these seniors, so I don't sit here and bore you with my nonstop rambling, we're going to slip away for a short break, and we will come back and get the action started in a few minutes. You are watching high school wrestling on CAS 45, brought to you by One Community Federal Credit Union.
Bowling and Dunn Family Dentistry can't wait to see your smile. When you take care of your mouth, every expression is an expression of good health. A healthy smile is a powerful thing. That's why you should come visit us. Our relaxed atmosphere will make your visit stress-free. Young or old, the key to good health is right under your nose. Call today to schedule your appointment. Your smile is in good hands. Bowling and Dunn Family Dentistry. Get ready to change the way you feel about dentistry.
At Carl's Pawn Shop, our inventory changes daily, but that's not all that's changing. We're excited to announce a new addition to our family. Goldsmith Seth Bailey, formerly of Armstrong Goldworks, has joined us and can happily take care of all your jewelry needs. We have also given our Division Street showroom a complete redesign. However, our commitment to excellent customer service, quality merchandise, and great prices will be staying the same. So stop by today.
It's always fun to see what's new at Carl's. Carl's Pawn Shop.
Are you tired of spending your weekends mowing? At Dallas Tractor Sales, we have the right equipment to fit your needs. Choose from our time-saving, commercial-grade, zero-turn, stand-on, and walk-behind mowers for a precision cut. And our lightweight, high-powered Echo and Shindao trimmers and blowers will help you get the perfectly manicured look in a snap. Take back your weekends, or get back to what you love doing most. Come see us at Dallas Tractor Sales, 2800 Camden Avenue in South Parkersburg. Mow faster, enjoy more.
Hey, it's me. Here's the skinny on that weight loss combo that actually works. First, take PGX before meals. It's a patented super fiber that expands in your stomach, so you eat less. Next, there's GLP-1 Pro. It supports GLP-1 production in your gut with probiotics and botanicals that help your metabolism. Both PGX and GLP-1 Pro significantly reduce blood glucose levels. Buy them together at Mother Earth Foods and save $10.
On sale now at Mother Earth Foods, empowering healthy living since 1975.
Right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys. When you've had a serious injury, you need legal advice immediately. Call today, we'll see you today and guide you every step of the way. The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys.
As we get older, we know that health isn't something we can take for granted. It's personal, it's vital. And when something's not right, we need a place and a team we can truly trust. Our vision is a healthier tomorrow for everyone in the Mid-Ohio Valley. When you walk through our doors, you're not just a patient, you're family. And we're here for your health, your hope, and your life. WVU Medicine Camden Clark, dedicated to excellent health care for generations to come.
This is Jim Staley. From my 44 years of handling car wreck cases, I know that many people don't carry enough auto insurance to protect themselves and their families. That's risky and can lead to financial disaster. You can't rely on the driver who caused the wreck to protect you. You must protect yourself. If you don't know if you are adequately insured, call your local agent or call me. I'll review your policy for free and share my thoughts and experience.
I'm in a good mood. I'm walking down the street. Don't need to be rude. I am with my bare feet. It's a lovely morning. I'm feeling blessed.
No matter what you do with your feet, keep them happy with the perfect floor from Honest Fred's Flooring.
At Cox Family Pharmacy, we've built our reputation by taking exceptional care of our patients. Our team takes the time to get to know you and your family so you can get the help and service that you deserve. Thank you for making us your pharmacy for over 17 years. Cox Family Pharmacy, we're trusted.
Do you hear it? Do you feel it? Love is in the air at Crown Decor and Gifts, and we are ready for you for Valentine's Day. Our Cupid consultants have all the perfect gifts just for you, for everybody on your Valentine's Day list, ranging from spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends, and even down to kids. So come and see us, and don't forget that a trip to the Crown Confectionery makes the perfect gift with our house-dipped apples and fudge. So welcome back to Cupid's happy place at Crown Decor and Gifts.
Are you ready to smile with confidence? Look no further than Premier Dental Group. We're here to make your dental experience comfortable, convenient, and truly exceptional. From routine checkups to advanced cosmetic procedures, we offer a full range of comprehensive dental services. You can trust that your smile is in expert hands. Premier Dental Group, where your smile comes first.
All right, we are back and we are live. It appears we are about to get started. This must be JV matches because we. There you go. So we're going to get a couple JV matches.
Ben Neal, and for Williamstown, Trenton Hall.
Ben Neal from Ripley, Trenton Hall from Williamstown. Trenton Hall with a quick 2-point takedown there. You look for him, break down near side arm, breaks the table down flat, and we are underway. My favorite part of the night. wrestling instead of talking. Good tight waist there by the Williamstown wrestler. Back to the mat we go. 3-0 lead. Midway through the first. Back to the feet, 1 point escape for the Ripley wrestler. I apologize, I did not write those names down and I've forgotten them already, unfortunately. Williamstown wrestler there had a little front headlock action going on, Mike. These guys wrestling from a little bit of distance here. Smaller guys a little bit there. We're into a head and arm tie up. Little slide by attempt by the Williamstown wrestler, nothing doing. Little feeling out process here. I don't expect to see much of the feeling out process once these varsity action gets going, Mike. Again, we're and the Ripley in on a weaker double leg attempt. Cement mixer to his back. Looks like 3-point awarded takedown to the Williamstown wrestler, looking for a half Nelson. Near fall criteria once again. See the third man on the mat there, referee Hunter Klein with the mat slapper. You hear the PA announcer, Trenton Hall with the fall. And we are finally into the wrestling action, Mike.
Hall with the fall.
Aiden Harmon, and from Williamstown, Wyatt Ridgway!
This is the final JV match of the night. Unfortunately, I did not hear the names once again, but
Wyatt Ridgway from Williamstown. I caught his name.
Wyatt Ridgway.
He weighed in at 194 pounds.
These are slightly bigger lads. So here we go. These guys had an arm tie up a little bit, different approach than the smaller wrestlers we just watched there. Low stance from the Williamstown wrestler right there, referencing the mat with that right hand, if you're wondering what the little mat tap is. And you hear the coaching here, slide by all day. The Ripley, a wrestler, attempted to slide by. Nothing doing. Forehead to forehead action here from the big boys.
They need to rotate.
Well, and again, Mike, this is one of those things where just like the girls wrestling we talked about there, the JV wrestling, these guys are in the developmental stages, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, sure.
But they're out here, they're getting mat time, and they could absolutely work on using some lateral movement and move in a circle as opposed to in straight lines forehead to forehead. You see once they get forehead to forehead right there, they're just kind of locked up in a stalemated position. Not a lot of offense coming out of either guy, and we're going to chalk that up to inexperience. But hopefully one of these guys will open up here shortly and try to get something done here in the first period.
There's a level change.
Well, and the Williamstown wrestlers, both guys staying in a good stance. The Williamstown guys staying a little lower, referencing the mat, and there you get stalling on red. That's going to be on the visiting team. I don't know how you call stalling on one guy and don't call stalling on both guys.
Well, he's backing up just a little bit. I think the officials just wanting to get him engaged a little better.
Yep, I think he was just bored out there, and you see the Williamstown guy in on a double. Now he's eating a crossface there.
No points.
No points, and it did take 1 minute and 50 seconds to get the first shot of the night, or during this match anyway. And you see the third man out there, that is Dave Jeffrey, long-time official, Mike, and a long-time wrestling coach at Parkersburg South. His son, David Jeffrey, was a four-time state champion. Dave's been into the powerlifting. His wife was a power lifter. His daughter was a power lifter. Of course, Lori's son, Loudon, good wrestler at South and a big-time power lifter, cheerleader at WVU. The big boy throws in the double boots, and he's got the Williamstown wrestler broken down flat. Not a good place to be, but he's getting a little bit high.
Yep.
That Williamstown guy could just tripod up, and that's not going to happen. He did a good job with the arch to break him, but now he's got the tripod. Hooks come back in. Close to near fall criteria there, but nothing doing.
You don't normally see stocky guys like this riding legs.
You really don't, but boy, you see the strength of his hips when he gets those boots in. He's putting a lot of pressure there on the lower back of the Williamstown wrestler who has just escaped, gotten his reversal. And maybe that's the reason you don't see stocky guys put boots in a lot, Mike, because you see once the Williamstown wrestler got his hips higher than the Ripley wrestler with the boots in, and then that's how you get out of the double leg ride. Higher hips wins every time. All right, 2-0, Williamstown wrestler. I can't remember the names. What was that name again, Mike? Ridgway, Wyatt Ridgway.
Yeah, Wyatt Ridgway from Williamstown.
Wyatt Ridgway enjoying a 2-0 lead here. He's got some good top pressure on the, I can't remember the Ripley wrestler's name. 30 seconds left, second period. Little power half in there. Comes back under the wrist, trying to post the head down again. And you can see the referee, Dave Jeffrey, there. He's got to be getting close to putting that fist in the air for another stall call here momentarily. If he doesn't call him for stalling, I might go out there and do it. And it appears to me, Mike, the way this thing's scoring, green, Ripley's going to be the green team tonight, and Williamstown will be red despite Williamstown being home when green is usually home. However, I guess due to the colors of the uniforms here, Ripley will be the green wristband, green score. Williamstown will be the red wristband, and red score. Looked like he came across there for a little cross-face cradle, but nothing doing. It's right there, boy. Waiting on him to lock up the far side cradle. Again, we're going to chalk this up to inexperience, and that's how you learn to wrestle. You got to get out there and get it done. You got to spend your time on the JV mat, and that's how you build your future. You got to get guys in here that may not be the most experienced, that may not be the best, but only one way to learn. Got his man broken down flat there. Looks like he's got a bar. Nah, looked like a bar.
He's going through the armpits. Looks like he's working a half and a wrist.
There's a better view for us. Yeah, not much going on and there's the stall warning on the bottom wrestler who's just bellied out and kind of relented himself to absorbing whatever punishment the Williamstown wrestler wants to put on him at this time, which is negligible aside from a little forehead to the back of the head action. Not much of an attempt to make a turn here. And there's another stalling call on the bottom man, and there's 1 point red. That makes it 3-0, Wyatt Ridgway, Williamstown wrestler, with the lead in our final junior varsity match of the evening. There, he's got the half in, trying to run it around. I don't know, Mike, if this is a lack of wrestling knowledge or lack of a gas tank. There's another stall call on the bottom wrestler. That's another point for the Williamstown wrestler. That makes it 4-0. The next one will be 2 points, and then the fourth will be
He's got to free his hands, free his wrists up. See how the Williamstown wrestler has control of his wrists. You can't build up off the bottom.
All right, that's our final JV match of the night. Wyatt Ridgway collects him a victory. It looks like the varsity squads are exiting the gymnasium. So Macho Bob and Mike Shepard are going to step away for another break. You are watching High School Wrestling on CAS 45, brought to you by One Community Federal Credit Union.
Rejuvenation Laser and Skin Center wants to welcome 3 new state-of-the-art machines to their location. The Physique targets stubborn areas that regular diet and exercise have trouble with to help you get the results you've been looking for. The Tetra is a CO2 laser that offers fully customizable skin treatments to help improve fine lines and wrinkles, scars, and more. The Pico helps remove tattoos and dark spots by offering laser skin resurfacing with no downtime. Call 740-538-9943 to book your appointment.
All right, you see the sign there, the anticipation. I've got chicken skin, Mike. Look at it. The hair's standing on end. The lights have gone down. The tension's thick. Both varsity squads have left the gymnasium. You see the sign. You see the mat maids over there, the cheerleaders, ready to bring on their jackets. And, boy, they've been I'm about to call stalling on the George brothers for getting this night started. Daggone. 6:30 start, my foot.
I don't know that I've seen this type of entrance at a wrestling match.
Let's welcome our visiting team, the #1 ranked Division II team in the state of West Virginia, Ripley High School.
All righty, here they come. You heard the PA announcer announce this is the #1 ranked small school Division II team in West Virginia. They finished 6th in the state last year in the state tournament. This Ripley wrestling team is coming in here looking to retain their #1 ranking.
And now,
but
fans, get on your feet.
this is what we've all been waiting for right here.
Team in the state, your Williamstown Yellowjackets.
They come. And Macho Bob did call a stall warning on Tyler and Dalton George. They said 6:30 start time. I owe them both a crossface after this, Mike.
I don't want no part of any cross faces. I've had enough of those.
Especially not Dalton, man. I was going to get him from the side and say you did it. All righty.
He might like it, to be honest.
This evening's matches are going to start at 100.
I would say he would enjoy it.
Introducing from Ripley, a senior. Last year he was a state qualifier. He's currently ranked #3 in the state, Terry Osborne. He'll be taking on a freshman from Williamstown with a record of 22-3. Currently ranked #2 in the state, Landon Miller.
That'll be our first matchup of the night. Terry Osborne from Ripley and Landon Miller from Williamstown.
Ethan King. And from Williamstown, a senior with a record of 18-5. Last year he was 3rd at state, Aiden Meeks.
And there's your matchup for 126 pounds. Ethan King from Ripley, Aiden Meeks, Williamstown.
Ranked #3 in the state, Kendrick Durst. And from Williamstown, a junior with a record of 21-5, 3rd in the state last year, currently ranked #2, Cole Smith.
There's a matchup we've been looking forward to, Mike. #2 and #3, Cole Smith and Kendrick Durst. And one thing I've noticed here, there's a big name missing at 126, and that's defending state champion Dutch Sandy, who did not weigh in. So let's hope that he's okay health-wise. Just wonder why he's not in the lineup.
21-13, currently ranked #9 in the state, AJ Ayers.
And there's another good matchup right there. Lars Cooper from Ripley, the transplant, came back from Parkersburg High School, taking on AJ Ayers at 138.
And from Williamstown, a freshman with a 33-4 record and new #1 ranking in the state, Jake Junkins.
Hey, and we're going to find out tonight. We're going to get a little taste of what this Junkins is all about. He lives in the weight room. He's got the work ethic. He's got the pedigree. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see this young man too, coming off a Top Gun victory. Carter Price. He's ranked. I think he's ranked in the nation top 20 maybe. So excited to see this one as well.
Previous state qualifier, currently ranked #6 in the state, Dylan Pucella.
And that is going to be a good matchup right there. Pucella and the Ripley star, Carter Price.
At 157 pounds from Ripley, a sophomore, currently ranked #5 in the state, Jace Starcher. And from Williamstown, a junior with an 18-7 record, currently ranked #6, Wesley Free.
5-6 matchup right there.
At 165 pounds from Ripley, a sophomore, ranked number 11 in the state, Jace Starcher. Jonah Thomas.
Hey, boy, I tell you, the PA announcer's having as much trouble as me over here putting this lineup together. You should see my scratch pad over here, Mike. It's chaos. And that's how these dual meets go. These coaches try to play these little games. They'll weigh multiple guys in at different weight classes, and you just have no idea what the heck's going on.
Jockey them around before the...
Jameer Starcher. And from Williamstown, a junior, 21-9 record, Gavin Buck. At 190 pounds from Ripley, Bryson Schaefer. And from Williamstown, a senior with a 13-10 record, currently ranked number 5, Evan Turner.
Well, I'll tell you what, this Ripley could start him a basketball squad with some of the height they've got over here.
A senior, currently ranked number 9 in the state, Cody Lawrence.
Even looks like his dad, doesn't he, with that dark hair.
24-11 record, Christian Lockhart.
That's going to be a good matchup right there, 215 Cody Lawrence and Christian Lockhart. Can't wait
At
to get
285 pounds from Ripley, a senior, previous 3rd place in the state, currently ranked number 1, Carter Neal. And from Williamstown, a junior with a 10-17 record, Miles Flanagan.
Miles Flanagan from Williamstown taking on the big boy, Carter Neal. He's a big-time football prospect, Mike, and you can see why with that size.
Yeah, I would say 6'6", about 245.
That's what my stat man, Neil Lynch. Neil Lynch knows everything. He said 6'6".
Oh, he is. I talked to him a while back. I had to look up to him.
Number 4, Nick Ellison. And at 113 pounds from Ripley, a freshman currently ranked number 8, James Starcher. And from Williamstown, a freshman, Ty Rafferty.
Boy, Williamstown's got him a young team, Mike. Lots of freshmen here in the lineup. And I can't believe that PA announcer still has a voice after all the announcing he's done in the last 30 minutes.
Rise, remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
All right, as always, Macho Bob's favorite song. And speaking of Macho Bob's favorite song, a guy the other day, you remember a Jason Ward, he's from down Cabell Midland area. His son played the national anthem on an electric guitar at an event, and it was awesome. So here we go. The captains meet in the middle. The handshake's going down. This bout is going to start this evening at 100.
120 pounds.
120 pounds, and that's going to be a good matchup between Terry Osborne and the youngster. I believe Landon Miller, they announced him as a freshman. And I do appreciate your patience here, all of you listeners out there in CAS Media Land on Facebook and CAS 45. YouTube, all you CASers out there on YouTube. We once did broadcast on Facebook, but all you viewers out there in YouTube land and on cable TV, thank you for bearing with me as we went through the formalities of senior night, and we're about to get started. You see the third man on the mat for this first bout is going to be Hunter Klein, a fine referee in his own right.
It seems like it wasn't long ago Hunter was wrestling.
It wasn't too long ago.
6-7 years ago.
Up now, 120 pounds from Ripley, Terry Osborne, and from Williamstown, Landon Miller.
All right, here we go. And this no feeling out process here, we get right to it. Terry Osborne, the number 3 ranked wrestler in the state. He's a senior. He's in on a takedown there. And it's going to be, he awarded the takedown, but Landon Miller kept a good whizzer in there and got his escape. And it's a 3-1 lead for Terry Osborne and Ripley. And boy, this 3-point takedown, Mike, it has changed the landscape of wrestling. It
sure has.
You know, it's easy to build a lead, but it's also a little bit easier to make a comeback.
Yeah, exactly.
If you get down early. So you saw a good little shot attempt there from the young man, Landon Miller. Looks to be a little taller and a little more developed than Mr. Osborne, despite Terry Osborne being a senior and Landon Miller being a freshman. And you see Terry Osborne there wiggling those hips around like he was in a little bit of discomfort.
I think Coach doesn't agree with that takedown because his wrestler had a.
I agree there, and you see Dalton George talking to Hunter Klein there. He had a good whizzer in.
He had a whizzer, but the kid cut his leg. I'm not sure what the rule book says.
And Mike, I tell you, even when you get out here and you watch the wrestling.
Well, it was a Williamstown wrestler got the takedown.
Yeah,
so.
one of the most difficult. Oh, he did. One of the most difficult jobs in the building is right there, the official. Officiating these wrestling matches can be. And you see some good hand control there from Landon Miller. He had the baseball bat grip on the left arm of Terry Osborne and prevented the penetration there from the Ripley senior. And a good hand fighting Landon Miller, level change, little deep shot fakes. Good movement here from the Williamstown wrestler.
Yeah, I like it.
Little straight in dive in shot, but he got good penetration. He's got one arm on the right leg of Terry Osborne. He's trying to circle around there and capture that. Now once he gets it elevated, he's in good shape now.
He lost it.
Yeah, he did lost it. Good whizzer there by Terry Osborne to thwart that action on the edge. And there's that lateral movement that we were looking for in the junior varsity action. You got to keep your back to the center of the mat. Throw by action there from Terry Osborne. Is he going to finish it? Battle on the edge. Merkle position. Close. And that's going to be a 3-point takedown for the Ripley wrestler, Terry Osborne.
I'm backwards.
Yeah, Ripley is the green team, but they're scoring on the guest side of the scoreboard. So the Ripley wrestler has a 6-1 lead. Terry Osborne has the
I get you now. Now I know why Coach was – I get it.
Yeah. Because Landon Miller had the good whizzer in, but that's part of the game. And now Terry Osborne top position. You see good top pressure from the senior. He's
half and wrist.
Yep, he's got a half and wrist. He's off to the side and looking for a turn. He's got the far side wrist, near side half.
Knee block.
And good pressure. And look, he drives, he strikes to turn the head back towards the knee, and then drag back around towards his left foot. Good dominant position, good top ride position here from Terry Osborne. And it appears Landon Miller's in a very close, he has, looking for the Peterson, but gets stuck on his back. He's fighting off his back. No near fall swipes yet, looking for, what a little scramble there. So close to being in near fall criteria, and just contorts his body and bends. Boy, oh, to be young again.
Yeah, these guys are built real similar, long, lanky.
They are.
They look strong.
You see kind of the difference here. The Landon Miller, the younger wrestler, looks to be a little bit bigger. However, the strength advantage goes to Terry Osborne, who's got Landon Miller in big-time trouble. Hunter Klein looking closely under the backside there. Landon Miller showing some good resilience. There's 4 near fall for Terry Osborne, and boy, he's really stacking up the points now. That's going to be a 10-1 lead as the second period.
You talk about that strength, and you got a freshman and a senior.
Yep, and you know freshmen aren't supposed to compete in varsity wrestling. You know, there are situations where they fit in the lineup, and there's situations where some of them are ready. But realistically, you know.
Well, this looks like a fit, strong freshman to me.
Yeah, he's got a big future. All right, we're heading to the third period of our first bout here. 120 pounds between Terry Osborne of Ripley, Landon Miller of Williamstown. It's a 10-1 lead for Terry Osborne. Landon Miller's in the bottom position, and Hunter Klein starts the action. Big mat return. That was one of Dalton George's specialties when he was wrestling.
Lift and swivel.
And I'll tell you, if a guy comes to his feet and you mat return him a couple times, it can really deflate the bottom wrestler. And now the top wrestler, he's kind of changed. He's gone from the near wrist and half. He was underneath the.
He's a little bit high right now, over top of the shoulder. The Williamstown guy can come out.
Yep, there was that baseball bat grip again where Landon Miller had the 2 hands, 1 wrist. Another straight on shot by Landon Miller. 10-2, Ripley wrestler in on a double, big lift. Put him back down safely, yet firmly. There's the 3-point takedown awarded, and that's going to be 13-2 Ripley. And we're going to get a potentially dangerous call there by Hunter Klein. Protecting the wrestler. Wrestler safety is paramount. All right, Mike, Landon Miller's job here, right. Don't give up any more points. Don't give up the tech fall, and don't get pinned. So,
well, if he can get an escape, now he's down 10. That's not a majority decision, isn't that 11?
8.
8. Oh, okay.
8 points. Major decision is 8. So, if Mr. Landon Miller could get on the offense here, and a 3-point takedown would put him inside that. Put him inside that major decision threshold. And there's a little early dive in on an ankle. He's got the low single. Might have been a little bit of a false start. Hunter Klein's going to let it slide.
He needs to build up.
There's my favorite move, the crossface. He had a good little crossface on there, and that'll slow a guy down a lot of the time.
He needs to get that knee, yeah.
Terry Osborne was looking to the ref there, looking for a stalemate. He didn't get it. Now he's back up the crotch with the butt drag and a crossface, trying to break that hold on his right leg, and he's very close. There's his 3-point takedown. It's going to be a 16-3 victory.
120 pounds by major decision from Ripley, Terry Osborne.
All right, next up, Ethan King.
Next
and
up,
Aiden Meeks.
Pounds from Ripley, Ethan King, and from Williamstown, Aiden Meeks.
And unfortunately, it does not appear that we are going to see Dutch Sandy tonight, the returning state champion from Williamstown, the 10th grader. He looks to be out injured. We're not sure what's going on. Not sure why he's not in the lineup. But here we go with Ripley's Ethan King and Williamstown's Aiden Meeks. And you see Meeks there starting in the low position, down on the knees wrestling. Pressed to the boundary by Ethan King. Circles back to the middle.
These two are built different. One shorter, stockier, one tall, longer, lankier.
Yep, and you see what I like to see here early on is these guys setting up angles. They're not attacking straight on, looking for, to create it. There we get a little slide-by attempt.
I like the feints, too. Level change, feint, and then shoot when they raise up from the level change,
Force a reaction from the wrestler. And there you see some, and that's something that Dalton George emphasizes in his practice room that he was very good at, was the deeks and fakes, and just getting your opponent to put his foot where you want him to put his foot. Good, nice high crotch attempt there by Ripley's Ethan King. Well defended by Aiden Meeks, and now we're in a mat scramble, front headlock, sitting on the front headlock by Ethan King, back to their feet. Good job not sitting on that front headlock, because you know where you go when you sit on the front headlock, Mike.
Sucker drag.
Sucker drag city.
Toby Ray, my practice partner, was really good at it. So he didn't hang out there.
And some good action here, despite the 0-0 score. Good action here. Both guys making some shot attempts, but no scoring yet. Little heavy snap downs there from Aiden Meeks. Tried to control the 2-on-1. There he's underneath on went for a little high crotch single, switched back to a double. Now he's back down in the front headlock position. Good lateral movement from Ethan King. Back to their feet. Aiden Meeks did a good job controlling the right arm of Ethan King right there, because Ethan King had a couple scoring opportunities, well, as did Aiden Meeks. All right, Red Wrestler will start bottom position, 0-0, the score of this match, 4-0 Ripley, the team score.
Leg on.
Well, there the leg came in immediately from Ethan King on the right-hand side. He's got the crossbody ride. Got the forearm press, pushing the power half on the back of the neck. Left hand's down around the knee, picking the ankle.
How long can they pick that ankle? Is it 5 seconds?
Yeah, they'll count. If you pin the ankle 5 seconds, they'll start a count, and you got 5 seconds. But if he reaches back, and again, when you get the crossbody ride in, that's one of the ways out of this thing, is to reach back and drag the top man's hips lower than yours. Now he's into the banana split position, or spladle position. Going to be a stalemate here.
We used to tripod in Granby.
And that's
it really hurts the guy on top
when
you come down on him with your hips.
Yep. All right, and you got to think Aiden Meeks is expecting that leg to come in immediately. Back to the mat. Good mat return right there. That was a nice little, I don't know what they call that, a little slip heel trip.
I think the Williamstown wrestler, he hurt himself. His ankle. Rolled his ankle, looks like.
He did. That was certainly an awkward position. And Mr. Meeks appears to be in a little bit of discomfort right here in front of the table. Say Dalton George might run out there to the parking lot, grab a little bit of dirt to rub on it. Unless he probably has some in his pocket, knowing that guy. All right, looks like he's going to shake it off. Let's stretch it out a little bit. And the injury time is running back to his. Okay,
they're going to wrap it up,
here comes
tighten it up.
We're going to strap up a little tape on here and get that thing. wound up. And we'll get started again. All right, here we go. Back to the action. 54.8 left, second period. Aiden Meeks, bottom position. Ethan King, top position. 0-0 score. Ethan King's been successful on top with the crossbody ride. Aiden Meeks has been unable to secure an escape. He comes immediately to his feet.
Good hand control.
And again, back to the same position where the injury happened. And he's got a locking hands. He's got a technical violation. He's going to have a 1-point score already.
I don't think he escaped.
There's the 1-point technical violation for locking hands.
He's down. He didn't award an escape.
But he did get the locking hands.
Yes.
So 1-0 lead, Aiden Meeks. And you saw he went back to the same move where he got hurt initially. He hit that standing switch. When he hurt his ankle, the Ripley wrestler grabbed the ankle. On the last one there, he missed. Now there it is again. And Ethan King does a good job there, dropping back down to the double and maintaining his top position. But boy, it would be a victory. Oh, a big slam onto the shoulder. Big lift, drop onto the shoulder. No call from the referee. And Dave Jeffries is going to let him go. It is a physical sport. And Ethan King's got an armbar locked up, but boy, Aiden Meeks shows some superior strength underneath there to prevent getting turned. The coaches and the fans seemed a little bit upset by the mat return, but Aiden Meeks paid no mind. And there's the Granby flip you were talking about, Mike. And another locking hands violation. That's going to be a 2-point lead now for Aiden Meeks. How do you come out of a period, Mike, with a 2-0 lead and you were on the bottom the whole time?
Two locking hands. You know, he was stressing.
He forced
his
the
opponent.
Yep.
He was about to come out a couple times, and that's why he locked his hands.
He must have heard you say the Granby flip, and he started trying to hit that Granby and forced 2 locking hands and got himself a 2-point lead. Now Aiden Meeks, top position. Ethan King on the bottom for Ripley. And Ethan King to his feet, and Aiden Meeks back in on a double. The escape was awarded, making it a 2-1 match. They are still technically neutral now, and Aiden Meeks puts the crossface in. The crowd wants the 3-point takedown. The leg is laced, the crossface is in. The 3 points is awarded, but now he's too high. He's got the 5-1 lead, but he is super high. There's the reversal, straight to the back. 5-3. 5-3 Williamstown wrestler, but the near fall is going to give the Ripley wrestler the lead here. Aiden Meeks is in dire straits. Dave Jeffrey down there giving it a close look. And there's the mat slapper. What a comeback by Ethan King. What a scrappy effort by Aiden Meeks.
That was a battle.
That was a good wrestling match right there.
Winner at 126 pounds by fall.
Do not give up.
Do not give up. And that was I think that was a little bit more of a challenge than Ethan King anticipated there. Aiden Meeks showed why he's a highly ranked wrestler in the state of West Virginia. Here we go, Kendrick Durst, Ripley, Cole Smith, Williamstown. Now we're starting to get into some lads. These guys look like they know where the weight room is.
Yeah.
And if I know anything about Dalton George, he's got his boys lifting some weights. There he is with a 2-on-1 Russian. Cole Smith, a 2-time third-place winner, once in the AAA division and once last year in the small school division here for Williamstown. And this is a battle. This is a matchup of number 2 and 3 ranked wrestlers in the state. Cole Smith being number 2, Kendrick Durst being the 3rd ranked wrestler in the state. And let's look back and see how he did here at the Top Gun tournament last week. Kendrick Durst went 2-2 at the Top Gun, and anytime you're wrestling west of the Ohio River, you know you're into some good competition. So it's a little feeling out process going here. Both of these guys wait. I have yet to see a definitive attack. There's a double leg takedown. attempt by Cole Smith. And this is going to be close. You see him watching the boundary there. And there's going to be the three-point takedown for Cole Smith. And Mike, you know, I hear all the old heads, the new guys, some of these old heads talking about how wrestling has changed, it's developed, it's more technical now. I disagree, Mike. A blast double's a blast double.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing the same stuff. I've been kind of out of the game several years.
And I have too. And since I've gotten back in here with CAS and started broadcasting some of this wrestling, the oldest sport in the world has remained the same since, you know, of course it's developed as some new techniques are learned, but a single leg, a double leg, a cradle, a half, a crossface, it's all the basics that win.
Yeah. Hand control.
That's it, hand control,
Good
back
stance.
pressure off the bottom. And boy, I like the aggressiveness of this Cole Smith. He is relentless pressure here on top.
This is going to be a really good match.
And boy, what a victory it would be here for Cole Smith to get out of this period with the 3-0 victory. Ooh, and a good mat return right there. That one didn't look pleasant, Mike. He put him right back down on his face.
Sure.
All right, good first period right there. Cole Smith with the 3-0 lead. Ripley's Kendrick Durst.
Durst explodes off that bottom.
He does good back pressure and good hand control. And neither of those came there.
Oh.
I guess a little different approach. And you see Cole Smith there trying to get, looking for the head lever, the head down there under the armpit, trying to pull that wrist out there, stretch the arm flat and get that hand palm up.
I'd like to see him go through the armpit.
And might have been a mistake by Kendrick Durst to take the bottom position here because Cole Smith.
He's got a tight waist. Looks like he's working for a cradle here.
Looks like, yeah, and I like how he's got that, the braced up knee. He's posting that knee. Well, there he's built back to his base. And there's the switch attempt.
There's that back pressure.
Good strength there by Cole Smith to just muscle through that and not let the switch attempt be successful.
Durst exploded. I thought he was going to get it.
Yep, and now you see Cole Smith with the 2-on-1. He's got the bulldog up the crotch there.
Looking for a tilt.
Looking for the Jonesy tilt. Back to the crossface. Yeah, you hear the crowd here calling for a stall on the bottom, man. Top guy is working hard for turns here, and bottom man's just face down. There's the stall call on Durst.
Oh, that tight waist.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. And a dominant, when a guy's got a good tight waist, you can see how he comes to the other side and reaches all the way across there to get a hold of that hip bone. Now he's got the big escape attempt here from Durst. Back to the mat they go inside 20 seconds. 3-0 lead, Cole Smith. Still Cole Smith control. Williamstown wrestler. Top position, still control. Gonna hold on, trying to hold on here for a stalemate position. What a ride by Cole Smith to keep Durst in the bottom position for the entire second period. That's impressive to me.
It's gonna be a gas tank.
This is a gas tank match. You see Cole Smith there, he rolls back over. He'll be in the bottom starting position. Kendrick Durst, top position, with a 3-0 deficit to overcome. There was a good explosion up. He's in the tripod position, quad pod position, I should say. Back to his knees. You can see these Ripley wrestlers, just like Landon or Terry Osborne there early on in the first match, they like that tight waist in half. And there he clamps down, and there's the reversal by Cole Smith. What a slick little, just kind of elbow clamp. That was a crafty little move right there, Mike.
Well, he got in position. He elevated his hips, tripoded up, get his opponent out of position.
Yep. Now you see Cole Smith with the 5-1 lead. He had the low stance there. He's got the Ripley wrestlers back to the boundary. Now back to the knee position, a la Angelo Ferrari. Good hand fight out there. And this is one of those spots where Kendrick Durst needs to take advantage of this three-point takedown and get himself back in this match, Mike. Inside 1 minute to go.
He's going to need 2 of them.
Yep, and Cole Smith taking his time getting back to the center. Fiddling with the headgear chin strap there. There's a good takedown attempt. Kendrick Durst in on the single. But good hips by Cole Smith. And the strength of Cole Smith right there. That's just, but he gives up the takedown. Now it's 5-4. And now it's 6-4. Kendrick Durst on the offense, challenging the gas tank of Cole Smith. Can Cole Smith hold on? Durst is in on the single. They're on the boundary. Right on the border, right in front of us. Durst attempts to drag back in. And there's the takedown, three-point takedown. That's going to be a 7-6 lead. Kendrick Durst still got the toes inbound, stalling. Call on Green. Stalling on Green, 1 point. He called stalling on him. He did lay there and hold the legs. I don't know. It is. The crowd doesn't like it. The Ripley the coaches don't like it.
Hey, we might see some overtime.
We are going to see some overtime. Here we go. And
I like the call.
I like the call too,
because he didn't get up on his upper body. He didn't.
Right. He was just trying to keep his toes in bounds. All right, here we go. Overtime. First score wins. No clock running. Sorry about that. All the fans out there, I was trying to let that referee know that the clock was not running. Fortunately for all of us, there was no takedown, there was no offense. And here we go. Now we start 1 minute overtime, sudden victory here. First points wins in this 1 minute period. And now we're going to have a meeting of coaches over here at the table.
I think they're going to take some time off the clock. 7 seconds maybe?
Yeah, maybe 10 seconds. They're going to let him go. Boy, these coaches are getting into it there. Now you see Ripley coach over there, Matt Smith. He was a state champion back in 2002. Older brother Mitch Smith was three-time champion. But 4 in the family, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Look here. Kendrick Durst in on the double, sits him to his butt. There's the takedown and the victory for Kendrick Durst, and a big-time start for the Ripley Vikings.
132 pounds from Ripley.
That was a good match.
That was a good wrestling match, Mike.
What a comeback.
And like we said, that three-point take, now that comeback doesn't happen.
It was 5-1, starting the third period. He got 2 takedowns.
All right, here we go with Lars Cooper and A.J. Ayers. Boy, 2 back-to-back barn burners. It's going to be hard to top those.
Nice shot.
Over-under tie up here. Both wrestlers good position. Williamstown wrestler with his back to the boundary, circles back to the middle, reaches for the sweep single, nothing there. Good elbow control, past the elbow by Lars Cooper. Nice takedown right there. Well done.
High crotch.
You see how he controlled that right elbow of A.J. Ayers? He just pushes it down and out of the way, and a slick takedown by Lars Cooper.
His penetration, he exploded.
Made it look easy. He's got the 2-on-1 looking for a tilt. There's near fall criteria. There's the swipes. Looks like 3 swipes from Dave Jeffries. Still got the, did he break the same? Now he's going to award the 3 near fall. That'll be a 6-0 lead, Lars Cooper. Now he's got the arm bar in. And
that is tight.
A.J. Ayers is in trouble, and that's it. Big time pin for Lars Cooper.
Your winner at 138 pounds.
I'm impressed. That was impressive.
I am too, and Lars Cooper, a guy that wrestled for Parkersburg High School last year, left Ripley, went to Parkersburg, now he's back, and boy, Ripley's got to be happy to have that kid back in the lineup.
I would say, boy, he looks really comfortable.
And from Williamstown, Jake Junkins.
All righty.
Here we go.
Mason Filial draws the envious task of wrestling the youngster Jake Junkins, and we're going to see what all the hype is about here. Mason Filial, though, is a senior, so I don't anticipate this being easy by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh,
but
my.
Big neck wrench attempt there by Jake Junkins. That's going to be a 3-point takedown. And the thing that makes good wrestlers really good, Mike, in my opinion, is just perpetual motion. You see the really good ones, the feet never stop moving. They're just nonstop. And that's one of the things you'll see with Jake Junkins here. He's perpetual motion. The feet never stop. He's aggressive at all times, always looking to score. And you see the young man's put together pretty well for a ninth grader there, Mike.
Yeah, I would say.
Might want to start talking to this guy about a mixed martial arts career. And again, you see the good pressure on top here. He's going to look for the little roll through tilt, nothing doing. And attacks from different angles on top. There's the far side. We went for the far side cradle, not there. Action has slowed. Mason Filial down 3-0. Now there's the tilt attempt, 90 degrees. Trying to Turk the leg. There's the counts. There's 3 swipes. There's 4 swipes. There's 4 cheap points. They call those cheap tilts.
There was a nice crossface.
Ah, dang, I missed it. I was looking at you, Mike.
This is tight right here.
There's a good far side
He settles
cradle.
that down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I guess that's what the hype's about right there. The hype train is rolling down the track. Jake Junkins with the pin.
For good reason.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Boy, I think we're all excited to see what this kid's going to accomplish in the next 4 years and beyond, because I don't think his goals stop after his senior year of high school. I believe he's looking forward to being a big-time college wrestler, and it appears to me that he's got the talent and the pedigree and the desire and the work ethic and the right coaches in place to make that happen. All right, here we go, 150, Carter Price from Ripley. I didn't hear who they said. Dylan Pucella.
Yeah. Number 6.
All right, this should be a good one.
Yeah. 2-time state champ from Ripley.
And Top Gun winner. Won a prestigious tournament. Like I said, anytime you go west of the Ohio River, man, and you're over there wrestling teams from anywhere in Ohio, and his finals opponent was from Clovis, California, so there was some big-time teams. Carter Price got it elevated. Down to the mat goes Pucella. 3-point lead, Carter Price, and you can see right away why this guy is so highly touted.
Wow. He's like a cat. He is fast.
And you see how he just dropped down on the mat, looked like Pat Soul out there. Had a little flashback to practice and getting that hit on me a few times by a coach.
Oh, boy.
No, that's a double arm bar. He's under the mat. Oh, my. That is not a comfortable position to be in. This Carter Price means business.
My goodness.
Wow. I wouldn't mind seeing Carter Price and Jake Junkins get a little exhibition in here after a bit.
That'd be interesting.
All right, Ripley has stretched the team lead out to 19. They take the 25-6.
From Ripley, Jay Starcher. And from Williamstown, Wes Freed.
All righty, here we go. Jace Starcher, 157 pounds for Ripley. Wes Freed for Williamstown. Both of these guys ranked in the top 10 in the state. Wes Freed at 6th. He's a junior from Williamstown. And Jace Starcher, he's a 10th grader for Ripley. Boy, that Carter Price was lightning in a bottle, buddy, man. That thing was over before it started.
His explosion
He can attack from so far away.
Oh, my goodness.
There's some good heavy hands from Wes Freed. Forcing the action a little bit. Good underhook on the left-hand side. You're going to watch for he's going to get called for stalling next time he goes out backwards. The Ripley wrestler, I could see
He didn't like that underhook either.
He didn't like those heavy hands from Wesley Freed. If I was Wesley Freed, I'd get a little bit physical out there right now and turn this into a dogfight. Went for the big lift, and there went the Granby flip. Good follow by Wes Freed, and he is going to score the takedown. That's 3-0 Wes Freed, Williamstown. Looks like he's trying to come over the top and get that boot in. And flat to his belly goes Jace Starcher. On the boundary, one leg laced, one supporting limb still in bounds. Therefore, the action continues. Now we're blown dead, and we'll return to the center. 3-0 Wes Freed. And again, it appeared there a little bit earlier that Jay Starcher didn't like the physicality much of Wes Freed. So let's see if he can get some heavy top pressure. That's going to be a caution on red. .40 seconds left, first period, 3-0 Freed. Leg comes in, boots come in, power half.
I think Starcher was anticipating that. That's why he wasn't coming up. Anticipating that leg on.
Yep, and you just not good body language from the bottom wrestler here. Forehead on the mat, getting stretched, and really in an uncomfortable position. Wesley Freed with a good top right here with the boots on. I'd like to see him go for a turn here and really try to. He did bring a little bit of that physicality, putting a little bit of forearm on the back of the neck and just keeping Jace Starcher in an uncomfortable position. And back to the bottom he goes.
Starcher needs to block his legs off with his forearms.
You're right. Elbows need to
catch that leg coming in.
Yep. And it's not a secret at this point in time.
But Freed, he's blocking off wrist control.
Yep. And
not allowing it.
And he's not doing a lot here looking for a turn. He's putting the power half on him, but boy, if he puts that thing on there enough, I think that Mr. Starcher may relent and go here eventually. But look how high the hips are, Wes Freed. A tripod here from the bottom wrestler would put the top guy in terrible position, and there it is.
There
and now we're close to a reversal, at least an escape. And there's 1 point green. That's going to be 3-1 Freed lead. Jace Starcher with the escape. 1 minute 10 left, second period. And Starcher in on a single.
Nice.
Freed goes to the body wrap, but Starcher sits him to his butt, running the opposite direction. And Freed bails. That's a 4-1 lead. Jace Starcher right back in it. 4-3, my bad. Good correction, Mike.
Nice wrist control on top, but he's too high. Needs to get there, knee pressure. There you go.
And like I said, Mike, maybe the game has changed a little bit of the funky wrestling and a little bit of the jiu-jitsu influence, some of that. But, hey, fundamental wrestling is fundamental wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it just looks like it did when we were kids.
Yep, I'd like to see some action here from the bottom, man. Forehead on the mat is not the way to come back from a 4-3 deficit.
He's got to free his hands up.
15 seconds left, second period. 4-3 lead Starcher, Ripley. And boy, what a boost to his confidence this has got to be to take the lead going to the third period in a match where Wesley Freed was in control early. All right.
Back down.
Wes Freed's going to go to the bottom. Down 1 point. 2 minutes to redemption here. Can Jace Starcher hold on and stretch Ripley's lead? There's a caution on the top man. That's caution on Starcher, his first, for a false start. Quad pod action from the bottom man. Claw ride top. Starcher underneath, reaching all the way under for that claw. Just hanging on for dear life. Freed to his feet on the boundary. The count is on for the mat return. Ripley or Williamstown wrestler trying to stay in bounds. Clock restart. The mat return count restarts. Now that Ripley back, Williamstown wrestler back to his feet. And Jay Starcher clinging desperately to this 1-point lead. Wesley Freed's been to his feet, unable to secure the takedown. And another gas tank match, Mike. Here we go.
No doubt. It's going to get interesting. See who wants it.
All right, here we go. Freed clears the elbow, but broken down flat by Jay Starcher. Neither wrestler doing much here.
He's got to free his hands, or he's not coming out.
Yep. He's looking to work some hand control there. A good 2-on-1 control there by the top wrestler, Jay Starcher.
I think Freed's just preserving some energy for the last 45 seconds.
Yep, and Starcher holding on to that claw ride. Quad pod for Freed, up to his feet. He's got the hands broke, hips down. Hits the standing switch. They're on the boundary. No change.
I thought they may have separated there for a...
I thought so too. Very close to an escape there by Wesley Freed. All right, 35.8 seconds left. 4-3 lead Starcher from Ripley. Quad pod for Freed. To his feet. Got the hand control. 25 seconds. Back to the mat. Back to his feet. Tried for the standing switch. Nothing there. There's the stall call on the green wrestler. Jace Starcher clinging, hanging on, doing anything he can to hold on to this 4-3 lead. Wesley Freed doing everything he can to escape and tie it, take us to overtime, or potentially secure a reversal and get a W for the Williamstown Yellowjackets. Got to watch for the stall call here on the top man. He's back to the claw. He's just holding on. 7 seconds left. Oh my goodness. And Jace Starcher hangs on for the 4-3 victory, where Wesley Freed came out, took the lead early, looked dominant. Not much gas left in the tank there in the end of the third period. Good ride out by Jay Starcher to secure the victory for Ripley.
That was an exciting match. I really expected him to come out and tie it up and go into overtime.
Tyler Newland.
All right, now we go to 165. Jonah Thomas for Ripley, Tyler Newland, Williamstown. Dave Jeffries back out there to officiate this one. Ripley has stretched their lead out to 22. 28-6, the team score. This is Jonah Thomas, Ripley, Tyler Newland, Williamstown. Newland. There's a takedown for Tyler Newland, 3-0 lead. They're a good 2-on-1 from Tyler Newland. Pushes his wrestler out of bounds. We will restart in the center. Jonah Thomas in the bottom position, down 3-0. Tyler Newland, top wrestler for Williamstown. Good tight waist quad pod by the Ripley wrestler. Tried for the back heel trip. Dave Jeffries blows them OB. Restart in the center. Boy, and Williamstown's going to have to get busy if they're going to reel Ripley back in here on this team score, Mike.
Oh yeah, they got some work to do.
Going to need some bonus points. Going to need some big victories here in these next few weight classes. Looking forward to Quisenberry and Ellison at 106. Looking forward to seeing Big Carter Neal at heavyweight for Ripley. There's the escape by Jonah Thomas. 3-1, Tyler Newland. Good hand control slide by attempt there by Jonah Thomas. Forehead to forehead tie up in the center. Two-on-one baseball back grip there by the Williamstown wrestler. Now we're back forehead to forehead battle for that inside position. Slide by attempt. Who's going to take the next leg attack, Mike?
Right there was a good chance for a shot right behind that slide by attempt. Just rotate the other way and hit that outside single, you know.
See these guys just battling for position out here, evenly matched. Just not stringing together multiple attempts. You know, it's
not combination. Yeah. No combinations.
Tyler Newland chooses to start second period from the bottom position. All right. Straight to his feet, little back heel trip. Standing switch, back to his feet. 1 point escape. 4-1, Tyler Newland. A little leg attack from Jonah Thomas. Half-hearted reach for the leg, out of bounds, restart in the center.
Oh.
Yep. Boy, what a unfortunate there for Tyler Newland not to finish that takedown when he had taken the back there on the boundary.
Just couldn't bring him on down.
And he's been successful here with that little go behind. I don't know how he was getting to that with a slide by, or he's hanging heavy on the head now. He's got Jonah Thomas on his heels. Look for an ankle pick or something here, but he seems to be content staying with the upper body ties. (4-1) lead, Tyler Newland, Williamstown. Forehead to forehead tie up. The action has stagnated. Slide by attempt by Thomas. Now a break in contact, low single attempt. There's a slide by and a high crotch attempt.
There was a combination.
Williamstown wrestler posting the head down, looking for the front quarter, Nelson. And just reaching, a little bit of reaching there going on from Tyler Newland, just reaching out for that tie up.
10 seconds.
4-1 lead Newland. And it appears we will go to the third with the same score, 4-1 Newland. Too little too late there by Jonah Thomas. Good ankle pick attempt.
That was nice.
Just waited 1 or 2 seconds too long. All right, another spot here where a Ripley wrestler with a 3-point deficit in the bottom position. Looking for the comeback. Newland with the tight waist, the 2-on-1. Good hand control there by Thomas. Drop down to the single, switch off to the double by Newland. Body lock and a flip out of bounds. We will restart in the center. 4-1 Newland. All right, Jonah Thomas close to an escape here. Newland in on that single, trying to rotate back over top. High hips wins right here, Mike, every time. Who's going to get the hips highest? And Newland has done that. He retains top position, maintains his 4-1 lead. Tight waist, reaching across to the tricep. And now Jonah Thomas is to his feet. It's a 4-2 lead for the Williamstown wrestler Tyler Newland. And we are out of bounds with 1 minute, 7 seconds left. 4-2, Williamstown wrestler with the lead.
This is going to get interesting.
This one is going to get interesting.
Gas tank time.
It is, and I hate to say it for my guy Tyler and Dalton George over here. These Ripley wrestlers have had the better gas tank so far.
It looks like that might be the case here.
Oh, and he throws the cowboy. He hits a junior high move on him, and he's got Jonah Thomas pinned, and then he flexes on him.
Wow.
He says, who needs cardio when you got the muscle? He hit him with a head and arm throw and ended it.
Your winner at 165 pounds by fall.
I really thought he was about to fold there. His endurance was looking like he was in trouble.
I think somebody watching at home sent him a text and he heard Macho Bob was talking about his gas tank.
And from Williamstown, Gavin Buck.
Williamstown needed that.
They needed the 6 points. They got the 6 points. Big W there by Tyler Newland. Now here we come with Jameer Starcher from Ripley, and he's taking on Gavin Buck from Williamstown.
What is this, 175?
This is 175. Well, you see, looks like a size advantage out there for Gavin Bucks. Looks substantially more muscled than the slimmer Jameer Starcher. Good front headlock there by Gavin Buck. Neck wrench to the back, out of bounds, no score. And again, you got to be thinking right here, if you're Williamstown, boy, you got to have bonus points out of this one. Let's see. What weight class are we at, Mike? 175. 175. Gavin Buck and Jameer Starcher from Ripley, and it looks like Evan Turner will bump to 190. The ranked 175er for Williamstown. There's Gavin Buck in on a single, and he secures his three-point takedown on the boundary. And again, at this point in time, with the team score the way it is, you got to be thinking offense and points and pins.
Exactly.
For Williamstown here. Jameer Starcher, bottom position. Gavin Buck, 3-0 lead on top. Heavy top pressure. Bottom wrestler's forehead planted to the mat. Top wrestler looking.
Put a leg on.
He's getting a little high. He's getting a little high there. Now to the feet comes Starcher. Hand control, looks for the switch. Good follow by Gavin Buck. There's a good 2-on-1 breakdown. Just not getting his man broken down flat. Now he's got the crossbody right in, but the hips are low. Now he's recovered his hips. Now he's got the power half across the back of the neck. Starcher's clamped down on the left hand. 3-0 lead, Gavin Buck. Jameer Starcher will start from the bottom position. Gavin Buck, 3-0 lead. However, the Williamstown Yellowjackets trail by 16 on the scoreboard on the team score. Bottom man turtled up there, not much action coming here.
keeping his elbows in.
Gavin Buck trying to reach underneath there and looking for some 2-on-1, some type of hand control.
He's wanting to put that leg back on.
Not a lot of offense from either man here. Both guys kind of content to let this time tick away for a little bit. And he is just steady trying to stick that boot in there, isn't he, Mike?
He got it.
There it is. But the butt goes to the ground. Now the cross face comes on, but his hips are too low, Mike. There he's got his hips recovered. Got to stay on the crossbody ride. He needs to stay behind the arm on that side. You can see there, the viewers at home, just like he is right there.
I think he's trying to tilt him.
And a good ride here, just not a lot of offense.
Yeah, he needs to work out to the side.
And you got to be thinking, referee's got to be looking for some action from the bottom man here. We've seen very little from Jameer Starcher here, aside from turtling up and putting his forehead on the mat. There he reaches up to pull the claw off of his neck. Gavin Buck's going for a little cross-face cradle there, didn't put much effort into it, and we're dwindling away here in the second period. Inside 15 seconds, 3-0 lead, Gavin Buck.
That's what I was thinking.
And Hunter Klein said stalling both men.
I've been thinking that the whole period. You know, the guy on top hasn't come off the hips. The guy on bottom just trying to free his wrist, but not having much success.
Well, and that could play into the outcome of this match.
Sure.
Mike, remember, both men have been warned for stalling now, so the next stalling call on either man is a point for the other guy.
Will Buck take neutral or bottom? Bottom.
Dalton George says neutral. He says my man's going neutral. 3-0 lead, Gavin Buck. Third period is underway. And again, I see more energy coming out of the gray singlet there, Jameer Starcher. Looking like he's ready to go on the offense here. He's going to have to get on the offense here shortly because Gavin Buck seems to be content 3-0. However,
it seems like these guys wrestle with a more squared stance than we did. My coach would not let us do that. We had to be flat-backed over our lead leg, you know, where you can penetrate.
Yeah.
They got to take another step to penetrate.
Yep. And again,
but I don't know. Maybe that's a thing today, you know. Is there some kind of.
Well, I don't know because I'm not seeing any doggone offense out of either of these guys, and I'm looking for that referee to hit them both with stalling again here momentarily. Neither man has taken a shot, and we're a minute into the third period. There's a blast double attempt from Jameer Starcher. That prevents the stall call on him, and he's in on the double. Gavin Buck with the neck wrench. It's a battle of strength, and it goes takedown. Takedown, Jameer Starcher makes it 3-3, and then we get the escape 1-point lead, Gavin Buck. 30 seconds. Boy, and right here's where that stall call could really come into play. If Jameer Starcher would just empty the gas tank and just go Hail Mary, throw a Hail Mary, do anything he can to get a stall call or a takedown here, and he's in on the single. Can he switch off to the double? Gavin Buck's riding the whizzer hard, holding on to the 1-point lead. He better circle back to the middle of the mat, and he hangs on. Woo. Woo.
Your winner at 175 pounds from Williamstown.
Another good one, Mike. It wasn't the best wrestling match I've ever seen, but it was a good wrestling match.
Yeah, they sucked it up.
Bryson Schaefer, and from
I'd like to go back and watch a replay of that takedown.
It was quick. It was like I think he went just based on the fact that
he put his hands down.
Yes, and then straight back to his feet he came. But I think we got the right outcome.
Yeah.
All right, 190. Bryson Schaefer, Ripley, Evan Turner, Williamstown. And Evan Turner is normally the 175, so you're going to see a little size advantage here for Bryson Schaefer. I think this is one of those things where Coach George, one of the coaches, George, thinks Evan Turner can put up a bonus point victory here on the bigger Bryson Schaefer. Only time will tell. There's a long shot reach, but under theirs, that's not where you want to be, is stuck underneath a big man. You know, it appears Evan Turner might be giving up 10 or 15 pounds. He was looking for a little advantage there, wasn't he? And Dave Jeffries said,
I thought the rules might have changed. I was like, can you do that?
And again, a straight-on shot against a much bigger wrestler is not what you want here. He's doing a good job working some angles here, trying to get an edge. And it looks like we may have a little bit more experience here on the Williamstown side, but boy, the size advantage for the Ripley wrestler is definitive.
Yeah, he's long and tall.
Look for the shorter man here to get in on some underhooks, maybe a slide by. Try to look for it. He's got the Ripley guy on his heels. He's got the Ripley wrestler wrestling off of his heels. Now he's in on a single. Lift. You got to know where you're at on the mat. Good job knowing where he was at on the mat. There he secures his three-point takedown.
That's what I was waiting on, because the Ripley wrestler, he's taller and he was a little higher with his stance.
I don't know, just based on what my eyes are telling me, I feel like that should have been easier than it was. That was quite the battle to get that first score.
I think the referee just warned the Ripley wrestler for fleeing the mat. I think he hit stalling.
And you can see Evan Turner there trying to capture that leg, and he was working for a little near side cradle there. Coach Smith over there, Matt Smith, says we defer. Evan Turner, Williamstown is going to take down to beginning the second period. And that will give Ripley the choice going into the third. Should we see a third period? Evan Turner, bottom position, holds a 3-0 lead here at 190 pounds over Bryson Schaefer. Well, that's another caution on Evan Turner for starting position. That's the second one. The next one's a point, Mike. Boy, for a senior, you can't. That's just something you can't give up.
That's a point.
Oh, wow.
I think. Yep.
And I think Dave is, our Mr. Official there, has got the colors. Nope, you're right. Ripley is green. I'm the one that's got it backwards.
Yeah,
and boy, for a senior.
It's had me confused all night.
For a senior to give up a point for 3 cautions for start position, that's just inexplicable.
Nice explosion, though.
Yep, to his feet he comes.
He looks strong.
He does look
spent
strong.
some time in the weight room.
Yeah, I might hand him a football and tell him to go that way.
Yeah.
Getting down in the low position there.
See, he just lower naturally.
He really needs to get on the offense, because Williamstown could use some bonus points here out of this match. It appears Evan Turner's the more experienced, the more explosive of the two. But like I said, size is size. And there's weight classes for a reason.
Yeah, when he's up there ear tie with him, with it up high, he's just reaching too high. His base isn't low enough. You know what I mean?
Yep. And boy, when he gets Bryson Schaefer to reach for the head, that would be a perfect time for that level change blast double, because he's made good penetration on the legs every time he's made an attempt. However, a half-hearted weak attempt is not what you want and get stuck underneath the bigger man. There's the knee pick attempt, the lift, there's the takedown. There's the three-point takedown. That'll make it 7-1.
Did you see him feint towards the left and go to the right leg?
Little misdirection. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel like it should be easy for him to do that just nonstop
there's
here.
Another point for stalling. 2 points.
Yep, stalling on the bottom man again, so that'll be 2 points for the red. I believe another stalling is he said 1 point. The next one is 2, and then the following one would be a DQ. Hey, the crowd is just giving it to this referee, but I don't think Dave can hear him.
Well, I think
there's the cross face. That's my favorite move right there. Well, we didn't have a good view of it. I could see it out here on the map, but the viewers at home just had no view of it. He had young Mr. Schaefer's face turned sideways. Too bad you don't score points for physical discomfort. All right, we're going neutral. It's an 8-1 lead, Evan Turner. Bryson Schaefer's been called for stalling multiple times.
You look for maybe Schaefer to go for a head throw, some kind of throw.
Something desperate here.
He's down 7.
You saw Williamstown go for it and hit the head and arm throw and got the fall late in the match, so anything's possible. Boy, if Evan, at this point, with the stalling calls the way they are, Evan Turner needs to get his opponents back to the boundary and push him out of bounds. There's some heavy hands from the Ripley wrestler. Now we're in a little slap match, a little fist fight out here. Now we're getting physical. And Dalton George over here on the side, that's the kind of wrestling he likes.
Yeah.
Now, Evan Turner needs to watch his doggone foot in front of that.
That's what I'm saying. See, you got to have it behind the foot on the red, don't you?
And boy, he's already given up a point for cautions for improper start position. See Coach Matt Smith there, Ripley, talking to David Jeffrey. That's where they were referring back to that stall call when initially Dave Jeffries awarded 2 points. And then he changed the call. So I don't know if the score is correct at 10-1 or if it should be 9-1.
It was 9-1 before he went to the score table. I don't know. I anticipate a point for each unnecessary roughness, but I'm not sure.
Who does this break in the action benefit here, Mike?
Schaefer. I mean, get his wind up, and he's got to go for a cowboy or a lateral throw or something. He's got to have a pin.
Yep, and Evan Turner needs to continue to pile the points on. They've made the score now 9-1 because it was a 1 point stall penalty.
No, I think it was they were hitting each other.
I liked it.
Must have just been a warning.
I liked it.
Well, yeah. Notice how, nice slide by the Ripley, by Schaefer.
And he's put himself in a couple good positions to score. I just don't think the confidence was there to pursue it. I think he's just out there trying to not get tech fault or pinned.
I would have him grabbing the head and arms, and that's the only chance you have.
Oh man, a big right uppercut there from the Ripley wrestler. These guys are about a little boxing fight in there. I can't wait to go back and watch the replay. That looked like a straight uppercut, a right-handed uppercut.
They're grinding on heads.
They are, and there goes the Ripley wrestler out of bounds backwards once more. Boy, Evan Turner needs to turn up the heat here a little bit. He's got an 8-point lead, which gives him the major decision. But boy, Williamstown needs all the points they can get. They are just like forehead to forehead. There's an elbow throw by.
They're going to be sore tomorrow.
They are. These guys are beating each other up in there. And there's the takedown by Bryson Schaefer.
When your opponent reaches high, it's there.
And there goes your bonus point, man. It is a victory. A victory is a victory for Evan Turner. However,
your winner at 190 pounds from Williamstown, Evan Turner.
However, that late takedown there by Bryson Schaefer, got to commend the young man.
Yeah, he didn't give up.
No, that's a small victory there. He didn't just save himself a team point. He earned a team point.
Look at these guys. They spent some time in the weight room.
Yep, and we've talked about Cody Lawrence. We're both familiar with his father, Mike Lawrence, great baseball player. And Christian Lockhart.
He happens to be Coach Pickens' grandson.
That's what I thought.
I know them.
I was about to say that.
I see them quite often. He spends a lot of time in the weight room, as you can see.
I'd say so. He's got some shoulders and arms and legs, and he's got all the stuff out there. He's in on a tie-up. Lawrence looked for the body lock. Nothing doing. There's a dive in on a single. Christian Lockhart heavy on the front headlock. In on a single, thrown to his back. Hunter Klein blows him out of bounds. He was thrown to his back, but blown out of bounds. That was very, very, very close to a big takedown by Cody Lawrence.
Yeah, I think his feet come off the ground.
Yep, boy, very, very close.
Otherwise, he was on the line when he come back down.
Yep, and you can see there initially Christian Lockhart trying to use a little bit of that musculature, stature, but there, it doesn't appear you're going to muscle Mr. Lawrence around, who was quite the football player. I called the PHS Ripley football game this year, and I called Cody Lawrence's name a number of times.
Running back, huh? Did he have a good game?
He did have a good game.
What is he, a linebacker on defense?
Linebacker, running back. Same position, exact same thing. We just saw almost an instant replay, and Christian Lockhart has twice gotten himself in trouble trying to muscle an equally big, strong wrestler. Forehead to forehead, ear to ear, tie up now. And there's Cody Lawrence in on a takedown, and Christian Lockhart is straight to his back. That's going to be a big 7-point move. 3-point takedown straight to the back, 4 near fall. 7-point lead for Ripley's Cody Lawrence. But again, 3-point takedowns and 4 near falls. A wrestler can make a comeback quickly. Let's see how this one plays out. Lawrence initially popped up to his feet, and Lockhart did a good job with the mat return. Now Lawrence is back to his feet. Good hand control right here in front of us. He swivels back to the center and has Christian Lockhart on his back again. Wow, there is the pin for Cody Lawrence.
Your winner at 215 pounds by fall from Ripley, Cody Lawrence.
Two good-looking athletes right there, Mike. I'd like to have both of those guys on my team, be it football, wrestling, it doesn't matter.
Pounds from Ripley,
a lot of strength.
And from Williamstown, Miles Flanagan.
There we go. Carter Neal from Ripley, Miles Flanagan from Williamstown. Carter Neal, probably the only guy in the gym that could win a wrestling match and go over there and hang on that basketball rim. And he's got his quick 3-point takedown. The boot goes in. And he's going to do his best to stretch Mr. Flanagan out here. He's got the power half in.
I wrestled with his uncle, Kenny Chevron.
All right.
He was tough.
Looking for the far side cradle. Carter Neal close to having it locked up. Lets it go. Now he's got the near side cradle locked up, or he's attempting to lock up the near side cradle. Good show of strength there by Miles Flanagan. But now Carter Neal says what to do here. (3-0) lead, Carter Neal Ripley. Inside a minute, first period. Now he's got the near side cradle locked up. Mat awareness is a big thing here. Let's see if he pays attention to where he's at on the mat and can get this turn and finish. And it's looking like that is about to happen. And there's the pinfall. 2 pins in a row for Ripley.
At 285 pounds by fall from Ripley, Carter Neal.
Boy, and Ripley has come in to Williamstown and taken control of this duel. This one is on the verge of getting ugly. All right, here we go with a top 5 matchup. Number 2, Enoch Quisenberry from Ripley, the junior, taking on 10th grader Nick Ellison, ranked number 4 from Williamstown. This should be a change in scenery, a little bit of fast-paced action from the little guys. The flyweights. There's some speed, a blast double. That didn't look like a new technique, did it, Mike? That's the same blast double that they hit back in the 1900s.
Switch, re-switch.
Oh. And a reversal there by Nick Ellison. Did he award the reversal?
No.
He did not award the reversal. He did not. See, the Ripley wrestler even thought he had gotten reversed, but he had that knee in a precarious situation. The ref protected the wrestler, and 3-0 lead, Enoch Quisenberry. I like to see the good back pressure there from the bottom man here, Nick Ellison. First wrestler we've seen in a while on the bottom who has not rested his forehead on the mat. And as I say that, in comes the half Nelson. There he is to his feet. Good hand control. Good follow and good quickness by Enoch Quisenberry to maintain control. Hunter Klein, the referee, letting them go there on the edge. 46.7 seconds left, first period. This is 106 pounds, 3-0 lead Quisenberry, Ripley. This is the next to the last bout of the evening, as we did start at 120 pounds. This is one of the highly anticipated matchups here at 106 between 2 top 5 wrestlers. And Nick Ellison scrambling for an escape or a reversal here. Quisenberry hanging onto that leg desperately. Maybe trying to hold on for a stalemate here, and Nick Klein's got to be close to calling it. You can see
he needs to break his hands.
There's the stalemate, and that's where we always drilled this thing we called the high leg. You know, that high leg where you lay on your belly and you kick your leg across your back and break those hands. There's, man, the number of cautions we've seen tonight on these guys for false starts and start position. All right, 13.9. Nick Ellison bottom, down 3-0. Boots come in, he's high. There's the reversal from Ellison, and he's got Quisenberry in near fall criteria. Two-point reversal, 4-point near fall, 6-3 lead Ellison, and Quisenberry may have been saved by the buzzer there because
that was tight.
He was in dire straits. All right, it's going to be Enoch Quisenberry starting off the bottom. He trails now 6-3. Boy, Quisenberry doing a good job getting to his feet, but a good mat return there by Nick Ellison. He holds on to that 2-on-1 over on the boundary. As long as that 1 foot's in bounds there, that clock will tick, and we will restart back in the middle. 1:38 remains second. That'll sit out and reach back for the switch. Good heavy pressure there by Nick Ellison on top. Forehead in the back of the tricep, looking for that arm lever.
Tight waist, just drawing energy out of him.
Got that big tight waist on her, and boy, is that an uncomfortable place to be.
Especially those guys have small waists. There's not much there anyway, and you just
looking for the cheap tilt, rolls all the way through. Looking for it again. There he's got some swipes. Almost got himself in trouble, but he got him a couple swipes. Going for it again. Boy, he needs to reconsider this.
Yeah. He was
putting himself in harm's way, a little too confident there. He's got the 8-3 lead.
He was teed out with him instead of being hip to hip.
Right. He's got a near side cradle locked up, but the hands were locked down towards the legs as opposed to near the head.
There's a far side.
And there's a reversal from Enoch Quisenberry. Big cross face over the top. A little bit of physicality from the little guys here.
Warm up the lips.
Relocate the lips. All right. 8-5, Nick Ellison, number 4 ranked 10th grader. He's got the 8-5 lead over the second-ranked Enoch Quisenberry, the junior from Ripley, who's in the top position. Looking for the far side cradle. And that's going to end the second period here. 8-5 going to the third. It's going to be Nick Ellison's choice. Nick Ellison will start from the bottom position. Hanging on to an 8-5 lead. A very scrappy match. And
so the number 4 ranked Nick Ellison is ahead of the number 2 ranked Enoch Ellison.
He is. And Enoch Quisenberry relinquishes the escape, starts in the neutral position. And now Nick Ellison's in on a double. He's got Quisenberry set to his hip. That's one of the new techniques right there, is that funk roll, where, you know, the Ben Askren over the top and pass the ankle over the head.
Yeah, when you're about to give up something.
Right. Last ditch effort. There's
high crotch.
Enoch he's in on a deep single, trying to elevate. He's cutting the corner. Nick Ellison gives up the takedown back to his belly. 9-8, Nick Ellison. Enoch Quisenberry cuts him. 10-8. 10-8, Ellison. Quisenberry drops down on a single on the boundary. (10-8) Nick Ellison. Another gas tank fight here, Mike.
Yeah. This is going to get exciting.
1 minute remains. Heavy front headlock. Good job circling back to the center there by Enoch Quisenberry. Exactly what we expected out of this one, Mike. Forehead to forehead action. Double leg attempt by Nick Ellison. Gut wrench. Just a battle of wills here. Nick Ellison in on the single. Hips down and away by Enoch Quisenberry with the sprawl. He's got the, like an inside thigh pry with his left arm.
25 seconds.
10-8, Nick Ellison in on a single. He's got the single. Hunter Klein calls the stalemate on the boundary. Good call. Ten seconds left. Can Nick Ellison hang on? He's heavy on the front headlock. That's going to do it. Nick Ellison hangs on for the 2-point victory.
Your winner at 106 pounds from Williamstown, Nick Ellison.
All right. We're going into the final bout of the evening. Ripley's already wrapped up the team bout, or the team match.
113 pounds from Ripley, James Starcher, and from Williamstown, Ty Rafferty.
All right, here we go. Final bout of the evening. 9th grader from Ripley, James Starcher, taking on Ty Rafferty from Williamstown. As I said, Ripley's already wrapped up the team meet. The only thing to be decided here is 113-pound weight class. James Starcher in on a single, elevates. Over the top, ankle grab there by Ty Rafferty to stop the penetration momentarily. Now Starcher recovers, he switches off the double, inside trip. To his butt goes Ty Rafferty, that's 3 points, James Starcher. And now, looking for near fall. All right. 1 minute 5 left, first period. Ty Rafferty down 3-0, starting from the bottom position. Broken down flat by James Starcher. Forehead on the mat, not a good position to be in for the Williamstown grappler. Arm bars in. Another potentially dangerous. Got to protect that. That shoulder was in a precarious spot.
Sure was.
Mine don't bend like that anymore.
It's not. It never was supposed to.
And you wonder why wrestlers have such shoulder and knee issues later in life. Can you imagine the punishment a human's body takes over the course of a wrestling career for guys that go on? Well, you know, as a professional fighter and the training that you have to endure, you know.
Yeah, but those collegiate wrestlers, man, that daily grind. Can you imagine dealing with that every day and cutting weight and starving?
And knowing that you got to face an absolute animal every time you step on the mat.
Or every day in practice, because they all are.
And speaking of collegiate wrestlers, Mike Mason, 3-time state champion here at Williamstown. His son is a pretty good wrestler, I believe a 10th grader up at Bridgeport High School.
Is that right?
That's right. We'll have to check him out and see what the young version of I bet he's just like his dad if I had to guess.
I think it was our sophomore year. He beat me in a match right here.
Thank goodness I never had to wrestle him.
He was tough.
I was in his bracket down at the SAZ in '93, but I didn't have to face him, thank goodness, because it probably would not have been pretty.
He was quick on his feet.
He was excellent.
He had a heck of a takedown.
And doggone sure should have been in the NCAA finals. You can go back and watch that one on YouTube. He got robbed against an Illinois wrestler, I believe it was, in the semifinals. All right, back to the 113 action here. James Starcher, the Ripley wrestler, clinging to a 3-0 lead on Ty Rafferty. The team victory is already Ripley's. All that remains, Starcher in on a single, head in the middle, head inside single. There he goes out the back door for a 3-point takedown, and there's a 6-0 lead for James Starcher. And unfortunately, we've not gotten to see the 126-pound state champion or returning state champion Dutch Sandy. We didn't get to see him tonight. He's the wrestler that was missing from the lineup. So, but again, these two teams are going to see each other again later in the season at the West Virginia State Duels.
And we will be there, right?
We will be there in Lewisburg. Me and you, Mike. Hopefully,
awesome.
I'm going to go to Lewisburg and not Fayetteville.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. You did say Fayetteville.
You forgot about tonight's match. You better remind me that I need to go to Lewisburg and not Fayetteville.
What's that date?
I'm not sure, Mike. Boy, I tell you what, the first state duels they did it at the Greenbrier. My son got to wrestling. They did it in a ballroom in the Greenbrier. Wow. Boy, it was beautiful. I'm not sure why they don't do it anymore. They do the girls' basketball there, but Jim Justice is a girls' basketball fan, if that tells you anything about Jim Justice.
He used to be a coach, girls' basketball coach.
I believe he still is.
Huh.
Not much of a wrestler. I'd like to cross-face Baby Dog.
Here we go.
Yeah, Ty Rafferty is pinned, and that's going to secure the duel for James Starcher. That's a pin for 113, James Starcher. Not the close match we anticipated, Mike, but we did get to see a couple of the guys we wanted to see. We got to see Jake Junkins, we got to see Carter Price, and we got to see that Ripley's ranked #1 for a reason, right, Mike?
Yeah, they're tough.
All right, I don't know that the outcome will be the same should these two teams meet again later on in the year, maybe in the state duels, or potentially maybe a different outcome at the state tournament.
Sure.
My favorite thing I saw all night was 144 and 150. I'd like to see Jake Junkins and Carter Price go right now. How about you, Mike?
That would be a good one.
All righty.
Really interesting.
Well, it has been a fine evening from Williamstown, West Virginia. The victory goes to the Ripley, Matt Smith and the Ripley Vikings. They will remain #1 in the state. I am Macho Bob for Mike Shepard and for all of us here at CAS. Good night. And thank you for joining us.